We have 3 clerics. 2 of the clerics are heal spec, and the 3rd cleric is DPS. The DPS cleric's role is to fully DPS while also supporting the magical group with heals and especially Splendor of Purification during Berea's chains of command. The Templar has one of the most crucial roles. The Temp must be able to hold aggro and must be able to control adds during Berea's dragon form. We bring 3 glads because of the AoE advantage and high rate of survivability. Their AoEs are put to good use while killing the Heap and Protector and defending the siege weapon. We have 2 sorcerers for the high magical DPS and for CCing adds during the Lava Protector and Berea's human form. The Songweaver is needed for its Chorus of Blessing during Berea's chains of command, their half stop for Orisan's Reflect, and the mana abilities after the Lava Protector's mana drain. Their Joyous Carol and Throne Song buffs are also very good for more damage and survivability. We have a Chanter for mantras, buffs, and support heals for the physical group. They also help with ad control during Berea's dragon form after the 3rd Protector. The Assassin is necessary for its high physical DPS and also its ability to see the stealth mobs that are scattered throughout the instant. The groups will split into their respective sides. The Lava Protector on the magical side does several different AoEs. The Cleric should be mindful of rotating Splendor of Recovery and Ripple of Purification after specific AoEs. The DPS Cleric can also use Splendor of Recovery when needed. Be aware of Raging Hellfire's AoE and mana drain and have a potion ready. The Songweaver can save its Resonant Hymn for after the mana drain, and let it be known that any physical damage done to the boss will result in that person being bound. Also note that the adds on the magical side can be CC'd. The Heap and Protector on the physical side also does several different AoEs. The Protector will do an AoE route called Sweltering Heap Bind that needs to be either cleansed by the Cleric or potted with a greater healing potion. If the Sweltering Heap Bind is not taken off, the Heap and Protector will do additional damage, effectively one-shotting whoever still has the debuff. The Cleric should save Splendor of Purification for this skill only and use normal cleanse for Blaze Blast. Take note that this boss also does Raging Hellfire, so keep a potion for it. Try to avoid the tornadoes that spawn because they do damage, reduce speed, and increase cast time. They will eventually turn into wind spirits that must be killed, otherwise they will heal the boss. If any magical damage is done to the Heap and Protector, that person will be silenced, which can be dispelled by 2 cleanses. Both Protectors need to be killed within 5 minutes, and they must be killed within 15 seconds of each other in order to trigger hard mode. The next boss is known as the Keykeeper. This boss does multiple targeted AoE fears called Explosion of Wrath that can be dispelled with 2 cleanses. The boss will drop a Crossroads choice key, which you will use to proceed into the middle path towards the next boss. Here's a helpful tip. Instead of pulling the adds, you can also hit the exploding flames if they spawn to one-shot the surrounding adds. As soon as the tank engages Orisan, the 8-minute timer starts. You must kill Orisan during one of the exhausted phases before the 8 minutes are up in order to trigger hard mode. During Orisan's second exhausted phase, fully DPS until the icing crystals spawn. After Orisan has died, you will then be required to protect the siege weapon and 8 NPCs. Buff all NPCs including the siege weapon. You will be able to heal the NPCs, so try to keep them alive at all costs. These NPCs will later come into play, adding an additional 15 seconds per NPC while fighting Berea in order to delay the extraction of the Balanaar Lord's relic. Shortly after the NPCs have been buffed, waves of Balanaar mobs and 5 bosses will start to spawn. Some of the mobs that spawn are Sork mobs that will cast a targeted AoE sleep, which take 1 cleanse to remove. Keep in mind, after every boss dies, the gates surrounding the siege weapon will drop, causing the add waves to become more intense. When this happens, it is crucial for the entire alliance to be vocal about when adds spawn. Every group member besides the Templar and respective cleric should be defending the siege weapon at this point. Another mob to watch out for are Sin mobs that have the capability to stealth all the way to the NPCs. After the final boss has been killed, adds may randomly spawn. Kill them, and then proceed to Berea. This map shows where everyone will be standing. The tank will be keeping the boss at 12 o'clock, while the clerics will be on either side of the tank for heals. Also on each side, we have designated Stigma Bomber groups who will kill protectors which will randomly spawn in one of the red dots. It's important to note that the last person to hit the protector will get the Stigma for Berea's form only. The left dots are Group 2's responsibility, while the right dots are for Group 1. The rest of the alliance will be standing around the south part of the circle and will be keeping adds off the clerics. Chains of Command is a debuff which turns your allies red. You need to watch out for this and dispel it with a Ripple of Purification or 2 of the following AoE dispels, which can be either 2 Splendor of Purifications or a Splendor of Purification along with Chorus of Blessing. If you were unable to dispel the debuff, take note that group heals still work. For the Drakenspire Protector, make sure you dispel the AoE Root Suppress and watch out for Expel Order, which is a frontal AoE cone. Try to be full health while the Protector is alive to avoid losing the Stigma. Remember that the last hit determines who gets the Stigma for human phase only. Once the Protector dies, the Stigma Bomber has 15 seconds to get to Berea in order to remove one of the 3 buffs. During human phase, while waiting for the protectors to spawn, the sorcerers will be kiting and CCing the green adds away from the rest of the alliance. 20 seconds from when they spawn, the green adds will self-explode. Before the last buff is taken off of Berea's human form, both groups will gather near the fences. Be at full health and get ready for the AoE Paralyze that occurs before Berea transitions into his dragon form. During dragon form, Group 1 and 2 will be positioned underneath Berea's feet and will be there for most of the fight, DPSing the boss. Protectors will be randomly spawning again in one of the red dots. For this form, the person who hits the mob first will get the Stigma needed to take off Berea's shield. If you fail to take off Berea's shield, 10% of its health will be recovered. During the fight, the temp will be with their group until adds spawn and will be kiting them away from both groups. During Berea's dragon form, he will do a high damage assault AoE. Afterwards, he will then do 3 claw attacks and 3 shadow attacks, which are high damage targeted AoEs. If your group member is targeted for a claw or shadow attack, then the whole group will get hit by the AoE, and Berea may or may not change his target after every AoE. Take note that Dimensional Wave and Chains of Command from human form also occur during Berea's dragon form. When ghastly Drakenspire protectors spawn, don't kill them. They signal when you are to jump the fence and kill a protector for the Stigma to take down Berea's shield. However, these blue protectors will pull you into AoEs, so CC or Doomlure them before jumping the fence. The protectors during dragon form also do the AoE Root Suppress and Expel Order that occur during human form. Try to be full health at all times. It's important to know that during dragon form, the first person to hit the protector will receive the Stigma needed to bomb the shield. After the first shield is taken off with the stigma and the groups are stabilized in their spots, we prefer to pop Word of Wind and Symphony of Destruction. Know that all the skills that were introduced in the beginning of Dragon Phase will be repeating after each shield is taken down. After the third shield, the channel will start to help the Templar with ad control because the ad waves will start to get more intense. We hope that this guide helps you in your Drakenspire Depths adventure and defeating Berea. Thanks for watching!